All right, let's talk about paragraph 8. This is repairs. Just generally, I want to overview the process and what's going on here. When the contract is signed, that's one negotiation, when everybody has agreed upon the contract. Now we're going to get into another negotiation. And how that negotiation goes is going to depend on which of these paragraphs, repair procedure, due diligence, or as is, the buyer and seller agree upon. Okay? There are the three ways. Repair procedure, I'm giving you general information. Now we'll get into specifics in some of the other videos. This is general information. Repair procedure. Repair procedure pretty much ensures that the seller is going to make some repairs. Okay? But they're limited. They're limited to the basically 9 systems in the house. Their electrical system, plumbing system, heating and air, environmental. They're listed. And those are the only things that the seller can ask, the buyer, can ask for the seller to repair. Moving to due diligence. Due diligence is a little bit different in that. The buyer can ask for anything to be repaired, and the seller doesn't have to make any repairs at all. This due diligence also gives the buyer a certain amount of time to investigate the property without being locked in to the entire contract. So that if they're looking at the property and they just decide, the buyer decides they want to walk away, they can walk away. The due diligence is, the third one, the as is exactly what it says. Buyer, you're buying the property as is, seller selling it as is. Seller's not going to do any repairs. Buyer, you can ask all day. Seller's not obligated to make any repairs whatsoever. Before we move into those 3 options in depth, there's something you need to remember. There are 3 things that are outside of the repairs that may necessitate some repairs, okay, outside of this repair paragraph. They spell FAT: financing contingency, appraisal contingency, and termites or your wood infestation. Those 3 things are not part of repairs. So you can say, well, I'm home free. They didn't ask for any repairs. The termite inspection's done. There's water in the crawl space, and you have to put down a vapor barrier. That has nothing to do with paragraph 8. That has to do with the wood infestation. Okay, so now with that background, it's going to be time for you to choose. Okay. Normally the buyer will send forth the contract or the offer and pick one of these. They can pick repairs, they can pick due diligence, they can pick as is. Check an option. Only check one option. If no boxes are checked, it's going to be an as is contract. So no repairs on the seller's part, buyer cannot ask for any repairs. If 2 are checked, the highest one is what we go with. So repairs, if repairs is checked and due diligence is checked, repairs win. If repairs is checked and as is checked, repairs win. If due diligence is checked and as is checked, due diligence would win. If nothing is checked, then the parties are agreeing to proceed with no discussion of repairs whatsoever.